Well, let me tell you something, brother.
Snort, snort, snort.
Kogan. Drip.
Snort, snort.
I got the drip. Go.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome back. That's right, I'm back from 2 days on break for a full, fun week of streaming. At least, that's what I was going to say, because we're about to head into the fall season here in the United States, and that's the most exciting season of the year for us gamers, because it's got the most games. We've got hot new releases non-stop lined up for the next several months, and that's obviously really hype. And I was ready for it. This week, I had a 7-day streaming week planned for you guys. We were going to have pushing and finishing certain games. We were going to have chill streams. Then we were going to have the release of 2 hot new games, all ending with a climactic month-ending, amazing marathon. And then Comcast wrote me an email. Now, everything is in disarray because my internet needs to be down for a minimum of 1 day, if not more than that, later on this week. If this had been last week, it would have been perfect, but they waited until the literal date of the release of multiple high-profile video games that's going to disturb my schedule. So, on today's show, we are going to talk about this and how we can try to work around it. I don't think that there's a perfect solution. Sadly, I feel like no matter what we do, we're kind of in a situation where something's going to suffer. And I think at this point, we have to figure out what's the lesser of 2 or 3 evils that we should go with. So we'll focus on that on today's show. But in addition, hey, we are full speed ahead when it comes to goals and support. We are very close to an episode of DSP Tries It, which I'm very excited for. We've got good stuff going on. Don't get me wrong. It's not all pain in the ass stuff, but sometimes you just got to make lemonade out of lemons, right? And that's what we're going to do. So sit back and relax. It's time to start up a new streaming week here on DSP Gaming. My Suikoden 2 playthrough is 16 parts, and everyone says, oh, you're about halfway through the game. Oh, oops. I really didn't realize that the game was that long. To be honest, I had no idea. You know, I played Suikoden 1 a bunch, like 2-3 times when I was younger. I only played Suikoden 2 once ever. So I actually didn't remember its length. Apparently, this game is like twice as long as the original. And to be honest, if I had known that this was going to be a 30-plus hour playthrough, I would have started it way earlier in the summertime. Seriously, like I probably would have started it in like late July, even very early August, because I had no idea that it was going to take me this long. So I kind of feel bad now because obviously there were people who were like, oh, I like the playthrough. But to be honest, it's absolutely not a major focus right now. If you haven't noticed, Suikoden 1 is getting the least attendance, the least engagement, the least support, and the least on-demand views of anything that I'm doing. Now, not to say that the on-demand views actually mean anything, because if you're not aware, right now, YouTube is no longer counting any views for anyone using an ad blocker. I'm serious. So right now, it says that my stream on YouTube has 154 viewers, but any of you using ad blocker, it doesn't count for the stream. So you wouldn't even be shown in the view count. Yeah, that's how it works now. If you haven't noticed, everyone's views have dipped in the last month, and everyone's wondering why. That's why. Ad blocker means basically you don't exist to YouTube. So not to say that a big dip in views is a big deal, but if you just look at everything across the board, yeah, Suikoden 2 is definitely the playthrough that's not really getting much attention. So to be honest, I'll tell you right now, right up front, I think we got to put this playthrough on hiatus. It's the only way to, number one, to really handle this situation is we need more time for the other games. So as of now, I'm officially announcing Suikoden 2 is on hiatus. It will continue, okay? It absolutely, positively will continue, just not now. With this situation going on, this is the reason I have to basically say we need the time for other games. So no more Suikoden 2 in the schedule as of now. That's what I mean. Already the schedule will be changing immediately and dramatically because of what's going on this week. Okay, so the point here was I was supposed to play as much of the games I'm playing and try to finish Kronos by Thursday. On Thursdays, the release of both Silent Hill F and Sonic Racing, right? Great. And then Friday, this coming Friday, the 26th, was supposed to be the worst games ever marathon, where I was going to end the month with a bang, playing some of the worst games ever, including Lord of the Rings Gollum, Kong Skull Island, Bad Rats, Bubsy 3D, Big Rigs Over the Road Racing, just to name a few. I have like 10 games lined up that we can play during this Bad Games Marathon, all right? So people were pumped for that and excited, and this week looked like it was going to be one of the best weeks for content because we got continuing playthroughs, new hot games, and a marathon, right? And then Comcast contacted me multiple ways, too, so this is serious. It's not like, oh, it's messing around. The emails and texts and everything on both of my business accounts because I have 2 business internet accounts. So here's what's going on with Comcast. First of all, if you don't know who Comcast is, you must live under a rock. They're a ginormous mega conglomerate corporation. They're involved in TV production, but notably, they are an ISP, meaning that they provide internet service to tons of people in the United States. Notably, in my living area, they are the fastest available. If I go with anyone else, it's much slower. Therefore, for what I do on a daily basis, streaming, uploading, etc., I need to have Comcast as my internet service provider. It's the only way I could actually do business from my home. Otherwise, I'd have to go somewhere where there's better internet, okay? Comcast contacted me, okay? Here's what they had to say. I'll read it to you word for word. We're getting our network ready for next generation internet speeds. Bringing customers like you to a fast and reliable experience is our #1 priority. And about a week from now, we'll be making enhancements to evolve Comcast business network in your area. The goal is to ultimately allow us to deliver multi-gigabit upload and download speeds. This is one example of how our next generation network is evolving to get smarter, faster, and more reliable. Our most current information has a starting work on your area on September 25th. That's this coming Thursday, affecting services at my address. While we'll make our best effort to stick to that date, sometimes factors beyond our control, like weather, may cause us to shift the schedule. So how this will affect you. During this time, you can expect interruptions to all Comcast services. If you're even a Comcast voice customer, you will not be able to call 911 or use your phone at all. Please know our teams will work efficiently as possible to limit the duration of interruptions. And then it says confirm your information so we can contact you with updates. So basically what they're saying to me is I have no internet and no phone, but I don't use their phone, so that doesn't matter. But I have no internet starting on Thursday, the 25th. Now, if you didn't realize, they didn't even say in that message that this would be one day. Did you notice that? They didn't say, oh, only one day, no big deal. They're saying this could actually be like a lengthy thing, and they're supposed to keep me informed. But now here's the thing. All right. I want you to think about this. They're going to take down all of the internet in the area to do these upgrades. Great. But what about businesses, right? There's businesses in this area, and they absolutely rely on needing internet to do business. Without internet, how do you do a credit card payment? Without internet, how do you keep track of online inventory and things like that? You can't. You need internet. So they're saying we're going to take down your internet on the 25th. But they're not making promises. Great. But the thing is, the longer that they leave their network down, they're actually leaving themselves open to liability. Meaning, let's say a business out here can't operate for 2-3 days, they can get sued. There's one thing, it's reasonable amounts of downtime for maintenance, which is what they're claiming there's going to be. But if they end up having like 2, 3, 4 days down, they're going to be in hot water. Okay? The thing is, I don't really trust them. I'm going to be honest with you. Over the years, I've seen a lot of ineptitude within Comcast. Sometimes they're on the ball and they're great. And then I've seen them absolutely make the most ass-backward decisions I've ever seen. Such as, if you're a Comcast customer, you can't get a new IP address. I'm going to repeat what I just said. If you're a Comcast customer, you cannot receive a new IP address. They have no way to do it because all of their hardware auto programs to research out and receive the same IP over and over. and there is literally no one within the company that knows how to bypass it. So there have been times when, sadly, I was doxxed and my IP address was put on the internet. So people started DDoS attacking me. I'm like, well, I need a new IP address. Normally, the ISP would be like, okay, watch this. Done. No, not Comcast. Comcast has to send a tech out to my house with a second new modem, hook both modems up to the internet at once, so each has a different IP address, then disconnect the old modem that had the old IP address, then reassign my account from the old modem to the new modem. It takes like an hour and a half. I'm serious. It's just a pain in the ass. Versus, oh, we could just do it like this. Click, 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 done. And that's how Comcast operates. They're bloated. They're bureaucratic. They have departments that do not communicate well with each other, and they don't know what the hell they're doing. A lot of the time. Not all of the time. I will say there's been a couple times that they did know what they were doing. However, I'd say the straw that broke the camel's back for me is when a few years ago, they had an employee who was a detractor. And that detractor actually was going inside of my cable modem, resetting it repeatedly during my live streams, changing the name of my wireless networks in the modem, which I had disabled, but instead enabling that and naming it insanely awful things, and then having my whole neighborhood see it when they search for wireless internet. I mean, I could keep going on. So I had to have a tech come out here, read the logs in my modem to find the person who did it, caught them red-handed, and they got fired. I want you to think about this. So do you think I trust this company to actually do things well? No, I don't. I suspect what will happen is on this Thursday, the 25th, they will take down my internet, and it will be up and down all day, so I can't consistently do anything with it, right? Like maybe it'll be up for an hour, then down for half the day, then up for an hour, right? And I don't believe at all, that they're going to be done on Thursday. I'm serious. I almost predict that, knowing this company, this internet will be down for several days. All right? Now, in truth, it's nice to have a few days off. Don't get me wrong. But this is the busiest time of the year. We've got Silent Hill Ev and Sonic Racing coming out on Thursday, and I was supposed to do a marathon. So it literally couldn't have been worse. Like I said, if they had done this a week or two before, I wouldn't have given two shits. Like, oh, big deal. They're literally doing it the worst fucking time possible. And I have no control over it. As a customer, I can't complain. I can't say, oh, don't do it. I refuse. There's nothing I can do. It's their infrastructure. It's their network. They can do this whenever they want. And I just have to fucking put up with it. All right? To be honest, when all that went down with that detractor, I was wanting to switch ISPs. Seriously. I was like, I can't believe that this was a situation that this happened. And I searched it out and I couldn't find anything. There was a competitor who was way slower and wasn't going to be fast enough for me to stream. And then there was Starlink, which is not reliable. Starlink is, kind of splotchy, excuse me. You need to have a clear view of the night sky and all this bullshit. Like, there was no way that it was going to necessarily be working, right? So I had no options. From what I'm to understand, very soon, there may be new options in my area. There is a gigabit internet company that is stretching out in this area, and very soon, perhaps, I may be able to switch. I'm not saying that I would. I'm just saying this is kind of a bad situation where I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place. Because, everyone always tries to blame stuff on me, and they'll say, well, this is your fault. You didn't prepare. Why didn't you switch ISPs? Because I couldn't. I did look into it. There's literally nothing that would have been good enough. Now, before someone they already did. I can't believe it. I was going to say, before someone idiotically says, why don't you stream from your phone or your backup Wi-Fi hotspot? It's not fast enough to stream gaming. That's for like bare bones internet use. Like, let's say, for example, I had a brick and mortar store and I sell, knickknacks. I'm like a arts and crafts store. You could use the slower backup internet to do point of sale transactions. It would take longer, but within a minute or two, you'd still be able to do like a credit card transaction and stuff like that. That's not for streaming. It's not good enough, all right? You can't. It's not going to be good enough whatsoever. That's really stupid, all right? So don't even say, oh, why don't you stream with your phone? Why don't you stream with your backup hotspot? Because it's just fucking slow as shit. There's no way you could do gameplay and stuff with that, okay? So, basically, I'm stuck. This Thursday, I cannot stream. Therefore, it's official. This coming Thursday, the 25th, I have off. I can't work. I'm actually forced to not work by Comcast, and there's nothing that I can do about it. Okay? Now, in regards to when will I be back, obviously, I'd like to be back on Friday the 26th. And if I come back on Friday the 26th, I don't know, should I do the new games? Should I do my marathon? I don't even know. At this point now, everything's screwed up because of Comcast and their horrible timing, and there's nothing I can do about it. All right? So I could sit here and bitch and whine and stamp my feet and meh. Instead, I want to figure out a solution. Okay? So I've already researched a few things that I'd like to throw your way. All right? So, number one, Silent Hill F releases Thursday the 25th when I can't stream. However, there is an edition, the Digital Deluxe Edition, that you can get for more money, and then you can actually play the game 2 days early. So that would mean that I could actually play it this Tuesday the 23rd, and I could play it and get a head start. All right? Sonic Racing Crossworlds comes out on Thursday the 25th. But they've got an edition where if you pay extra money, you can play it early. You can actually play Sonic Racing 3 days early. That's right. You can play it as early as this Monday, the 22nd. Okay? So I do have some options. However, the options are pricey. In the case of Silent Hill F, it's not that big of a deal. It's around, I think it's like $5 to $10 extra. Probably worth it for the fact that I can't play the game on release day and I don't know when I can come back. Probably makes sense to pay some extra money there. In the case of Sonic Racing Crossworlds, it's $20 extra. 20 for a racing game that I don't know if I'm going to like, that I don't know if it's going to have any longevity. I mean, case in point, take a look at Mario Kart. Mario Kart World, everyone thought, oh my God, the new Mario Kart, we waited a decade for it. This is going to be an amazing hit. And it's actually a huge flop. Everyone bought it, but everyone stopped playing it. The player base has dramatically diminished. Almost no one cares about this game anymore, to be honest. It's kind of sad, actually, because it was supposed to be the big thing that you're going to want your Switch 2 for, and it's dead now. It's a dead game. So, will that happen with Sonic Racing Crossworlds? I don't know. All right. So here's the other problem on top of all of this. Because you might say, well, if they're only like $20 extra in one case, $10 extra in the other, then what's the issue? That's not a big deal. You made good money. You're right. Money isn't the issue. Time is the issue. Why? Because today is Saturday the 20th. I'm playing Kronos. I'm playing Silksong. I have a Gears of War multiplayer stream scheduled for the night stream tonight. I have American Truck Sim scheduled for tomorrow night. Okay. I had things laid out as if my schedule was going to be normal, in which case none of this would have been an issue. The problem is Comcast decided to screw the pooch here, and now my schedule's all effed up. So what do I do? Because let's say I decide I'm going to pay extra. So I'm going to play Sonic on Monday and Silent Hill on Tuesday, which means I probably play both of them on Wednesday, and then I'm off Thursday. I may even have to be off Friday and Saturday, depending on how long it takes for them to upgrade this network and finish it, right? Finish the work. But then what happens to everything else I'm playing? Number one, I already told you, Suikoden 2, we're retiring for now. We're going to bring it back in the future when things slow down. At this point, I just don't have time. Okay? What about Kronos? Here's a question, and this is an honest question for all of you who've been following my Kronos playthrough, because I need information, okay? Does anyone actually know how far into Kronos the New Dawn I am? Because what I don't understand is when I started playing this game, everyone said, oh, this game's 15 to 20 hours long. And I said, oh, that sounds good for a survival horror game. Right now, I'm around 15 hours in. So you'd think I'd beat it within 2 streams. But the last stream that I played it, people were like, oh, you're halfway through. But I'm 15 hours in. How could I be halfway through a 20-hour game if I'm 15 hours in? So this is why I always am incredibly skeptical when people tell me, oh, the game is this long. I don't believe it. I think that it's bullshit. What happens is whenever people give those time estimations, they're based on people rushing. People beat the game once. Now they're replaying the game and rushing. That's the time estimate they give you for the length of the game, which is fucking bullshit. And it actually makes me angry. So does anyone out there actually have practically played this game and can tell me how far I am into it? Because everything on the internet says 15 to 20 hours, but that doesn't make sense based on what I was told last stream. Okay? Does anyone know? Anyone? We got a lot of moronic trolls on the stream today. I'm just going to get rid of them. The villain says 18 hours. You did not answer my question. I did not say 18 hours literally does not answer anything I just asked. I said, how far into the game am I? Am I halfway? Am I 2/3? Am I 3/4? Am I going to beat the game today? Today I'm doing 2.5 to 3 hours of gameplay of it. Am I beating it today? Will I be near the end after today? That's what I need to know. No, see, here's another moronic suggestion. We'll go to another person's channel and look at it. Then I'll spoil a fucking game, you idiot. Why don't you just go to another person's channel and watch their whole playthrough of the game? Then you'll know where you are. Then why play the game? Oh, man. Oh. Okay. So I'm in the hospital. If someone knows how far into the game the hospital is, all right, I would love to know. We got spammers over on the Kick Chat this morning. I got a ban now. Look at these idiots. Get rid of this idiot. Get rid of this idiot. I got 2 of them. Okay. So I'll wait, and I'm sure eventually someone will give me an answer on how far into the game the hospital is. Okay. I'm at chapter 8 of 11, nearly at the end. Thank you, Game Dude. Now people are being very helpful. You see, now I calm down. Thank you, guys. I appreciate that very much. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So now we're getting an idea, and now that we're getting the idea formulated, I think we're going to figure out what we're going to do with this schedule. Okay. FYI, I have a mass decline in subs on Kick. I'm not kidding. I have lost about 300 plus subs on Kick. Why? Because they were all historically gifted subs that would happen during marathons and events and things. And they expired and no one gifted new ones. So now on Kick, things are not looking too good because I lost all those gifted subs. We need to get some of them back. Okay? And what sucks is this week I was hoping to have a giant week of great progress in games, new releases in a marathon, and now it's all screwed up thanks to Comcast. Okay? So, please, support the channel on Kick. Become a sub. Gift subs. Let's get momentum today in a huge way. Let's get Kick momentum going. Please support my efforts on Kick today. Okay? Now, in the meantime, please, let's get some support rolling. We are at 8 out of 10 goals. Only 2 goals to go, all right? In order to do DSP Tries It, Little Caesars, new Philly cheesesteak pizza, the Crazy Puffs, which is a triple flavor Crazy Puff taste test, and I'm also going to get some Crazy Bread, but we're tasting the new pizza and the Crazy Puffs, all right? I'm excited for this. I think it's going to be a good DSP Tries It. 2 goals to go. That's it. We could do it today. If we hit the goals, 2 goals on this stream, I will order Little Caesars this afternoon, and we will do DSP Tries It today. Okay? So let's get some support rolling. Let's get some subs. Let's get some kicks over on Kick. Let's get some super chats. Let's get some tips. Let's get support rolling, and let's hit these goals, and let's do DSP Tries It today. Today. Thank you, guys. Now we're up to $15 of support, all on the kick side. Please, let's keep it going. Let's hit those goals. Let's crush it. Let's do it now. Pizza. Let's get Little Caesars today. Let's do it on this stream. I would like nothing more than to stuff Philly cheesesteak pizza into this ginormous face today, live here on this stream. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get our first super chat of the day. We don't have any. Let's get our first super chat of the day right now. Let's get our first tip of the day right now. Greetings, Kaio. How are you? Good morning. Good morning to everyone. Thanks for the early kick support, guys. I'm serious. Let's get support rolling. Let's get a super chat. Let's get a tip bigger than a buck. Let's get some more subs. Can we get the first significant kick of the day that I can actually put on the leaderboard? Because as you know, I can't count these single kicks. I don't even know what they're going to add up to. But anything 100 or more kicks at a time, I'm putting on the leaderboard as regular contributions. Let's do it. The Great Unclean One says, I know you said you don't want to do it, but do text-to-speech, make it $20. No, because then the trolls would give $20 to get me banned. I'm not stupid. Okay? Again, sadly, as much as I think that it would be funny, you know that you'd have people coming on the stream immediately saying racist stuff, sexist stuff, doxing people, and that's just stuff that's going to get me liable. I'm not dumb. It's not worth very short-term, temporary, extra money to then be banned. So I'm not going to do it. Okay? Let me ask this question. If we do Silk Song tonight, will some of you show up and hang out and support? Will you come by for Silk Song? Because it's important that you do. Stop doing Patrick Star thumbs down emotes in the kick chat immediately. Stop that thumbs down immediately. It's unacceptable behavior. All right? I'm trying to be serious here. No thumbs downs are allowed. Just say no, I won't be there. No thumbs downs. That's no. Okay. See, again, and here's the other problem. My marathon. I'm pretty upset about this because, as you know, my marathons are every month at the end of the month. We just rescheduled my marathons to have them start being at the end of the month so we could time them with Halloween and Christmas. We did this on purpose. Now, I have no idea if I'm going to be able to do the marathon on Friday like I originally planned. If not, what do I do then? Saturday, Sunday, right? Okay, fine. But I can't tell you exactly when it is, which is bullshit. If my internet comes back, do we want to jump into the marathon immediately? Probably not. We probably at least want to give it a day so you guys know when it is. So maybe what we should do is say, my internet will be out Thursday. Let's hope my internet comes back Friday. And if it does, let's do a day of all new releases. Let's do Silent Hill and Sonic on Friday. Then Saturday is my marathon. That would probably make a lot more sense, right? Than saying, oh, the marathon could be Friday, but maybe not. And then if it's not, then everyone's thrown off and doesn't show up for the marathon when I do it. And my apologies to those who wanted to see Gears multiplayer. This is not my actual choice at all. This is Comcast's fault. Because they decided to do this network upgrade. Worst time of the year for me. Giving only a week's notice in the midst of a time when there's no way that I can adjust my schedule properly to account for it. So it sucks. I wish that this weren't the case, but there's nothing I can really do about it, and I'm sorry about that. But if my internet is out more than one day, it's completely all up in the air. I can't promise you a darn thing because of it. It's not my fault. It's Comcast's fault, and I'm sorry. All right? And I'm sorry it just took us an hour to figure this out. That was frustrating. It was. Like, I want to be here concretely with you guys, and I want to have a set schedule, and I want everything to be smooth. And I can't do that because they decided to upgrade the internet in my area. Okay? All right, so now here's the deal. Now, we can actually get back on track and talk about the normal stuff, like money. Come on, let's get some support. We want to hit 2 goals on this stream. If we do, we're doing DSP Tries at Little Caesars right now today. Let's go. Let's hit that goal right now. Let's get some support. I told you, we lost like 200 subs and haven't gotten them back. Let's get some subs on Kick this morning right now, thanks to those who already did. Let's get some kicks over on Kick. Wait a minute. Why have the kicks dried up on Kick? There were little kicks that were being dropped on the floor like this. Little kick here, little kick there, little kick here, little kick there. The little drip. I like the drip. The little drip of kicks. The kick drip. Why did the kick drip dry up? No. Take that IV of kicks. I want to put it straight into my veins. Like this. Ugh. Come on. Let's get those kicks going. Come on. Get the kicks into the vein. There we go. B-Twix started the kick drip again. There we go. Get those kicks dripping in, baby. Yeah. Yeah. Come on. Now, let's get some super chats over on Kick. We got a couple good ones. We got a $10 one. We got a $5 one. We got some good. Let's get some more. Let's get a tip. We only got $5 in tips. Let's get more tips right now. Let's get a $10 tip right now over on YouTube. Let's go. Or on Kick, I guess. Technically, tips could be anywhere. We don't have any members. We don't have any members. We don't have any new members today. Let's get some members. I did not watch Superman Squirtle, to be quite frank with you. I forgot that it released yesterday. I had a very busy day yesterday, so I had to run all these different errands. All right, I had to go to the dump. I had a bunch of trash I had to throw at the dump. I had to work out. So I had to work out after doing physical activity. My body is sore as shit today. Like sore as shit. And so last night, when I was laying down, I was like, what should I do before I go to sleep? I basically just pressed play on YouTube and watched a few random videos, and I passed out. I was so tired. Seriously, I was so effing tired. Listen to this idiot. I forgot to pretend that I spent time with my wife. I was out with my wife all day Thursday. Literally from start to finish, we were together doing stuff. Excuse me. And it was great. We actually had dim sum. We went to a dim sum restaurant and ate dim sum in person, but we ate too fast and we both burned our mouths because we get these soup dumplings. It's called Shanghai dumplings. They're really good. They have soup in them along with pork. And you were supposed to bite the end and kind of drink the soup, but we didn't wait and we did it. We both bit one right away. And we're like, burned our mouths out. Like, shit. You know, it's foolish because we were very hungry. But no, I spent the whole day out with Kat on Thursday. Yesterday was my errands day where I had to run around grocery shopping and going to the dump and doing a bunch of errands, which is not a fun day. It sucks. All right, come on. Let's go. We're almost a third of the way to the goal. Let's get to halfway to the goal right now. Then we only have to worry about half the goal during the stream. And like I said, if we get someone coming by who's generous, we can hit 2 goals. We hit 2 goals on this stream. It's pizza time, and I want pizza. I'm hungry. I'm hungry for pizza. Let's have that pizza. Let's go. Let's do DSP Tries at Little Caesars on this stream. Let's get it going right now. That's what I'm talking about. All right. We now have about 10, 15 minutes left on the podcast. Please tag me in the chat. Let's get some talking, some Q&A. Please support the stream. Let's hit that goal as soon as possible. Let's hit it now. If we hit the goal now, we have a possibility to hit another goal during the gameplay, and we could do Little Caesars today. Let's go. I'm new here. Why are you asking a large amount of money to eat Caesar's pizza? Am I missing something? This is DSP Tries It. This is a taste test series that I have had running since like 2010, 2011. Okay, so it's a long-running series on the internet. I used to do it regularly. I used to do it about once a week, okay, back in the day. It was popular. It had good views and everything, but YouTube changed a lot over the years. They changed the algorithm. They changed the monetization scheme. And eventually what happened was the series really wasn't making sense to continue anymore. You know, number one, I got to a point in my life where I didn't want to eat fast food every week. I was actually getting unhealthy. I gained some weight and everything. And I was like, this is not good. Number two, there just wasn't a lot of good stuff to try at that time. And number three, the show wasn't profitable. You know, I was putting on an episode that would get between, let's say, 2,000 to 5,000 views. It would maybe like $5 to $10, but I was spending $30 on the food. So I was like, I don't want to do the show anymore. We're going to cancel it. So I did. But now here's where this comes in for today. For years, people complained, why did you stop doing DSP Tries It? We loved DSP Tries It. Can you bring back DSP Tries It? Is there a way to revive DSP Tries It? So last year, things started going really good for me. I started getting a lot more support. And I said, well, how about this? How about, since you guys are going to support me so much, it won't matter how much money I spend on the food anymore because I'm not doing the show for profits. I'm just not. I'm doing the show as a reward to say thanks for your support. So every 10 goals that we hit, I'll do a new episode of DSP Tries It, and you guys will be part of the interactive group that gets to suggest what I try. Like for this time, we looked at 3-4 different things, and we figured out, let's do Little Caesars. That sounds good because it's a new pizza. There's these crazy bites or crazy puffs I never had before. You see what I'm saying? So it's not that I have to raise all this money to afford the food. That's not what it is. It's every 10 goals. We do a new episode of DSP Tries It. You guys, the viewers, help me pick what the subject matter is. It's kind of a fun, interactive thing. People get hyped for it. I get to try the new stuff because the thing is, a lot of YouTubers do this for their full-time gig. They seriously just do taste testing, okay? I don't. For me, this is more like a side thing, a hobby, you know? So it's kind of a silly thing, and because people are supporting me, I can do it. All right? So it was brought back by popular demand. Now, if you hear people complaining, don't listen to that. And here's why. They're all full of shit. This DSP Tries It works. For a year, it's worked consistently as a goal. It motivates people to contribute. People like helping me pick what the next DSP Tries It is, okay? We've tried doing other things that weren't the taste testing. They never work. We tried fly to beers. We tried a different kind of a snack. We tried doing building Legos and do Lego night. We tried all this stuff. It never works. The only thing that works is DSP Tries It. That's why I'm still doing it. But there's a bunch of naysayers on the internet that want to be a bunch of very negative people. No matter what I do is not good enough. So they'll complain. Don't do DSP Tries It. It's boring. I do something different. It doesn't work. So I'm going to keep doing DSP Tries It and ignore the morons. So they're called the vocal minority. People who complain about everything just to be toxic and say nothing's ever good enough, even things that are working. Okay? Rock Bottom Podcast did a $5 super chat. I'm confused why eating fast food is a reward for us. If you don't understand the concept of a taste testing review show and where there's value, I can't help you. Like I said, there's entire YouTube channels and businesses based around this right now. There's obviously value there. Tons of people like it, and it works in my content. You must be one of the vocal minority who has no idea what the hell you're talking about. Sorry that you're so stupid. Thanks for the money, dummy. Okay. Well, first of all, thank you all for getting me to a third of the goal. Let's keep that momentum going. At the very least, let's hit the goal today when I'm playing Kronos. But if we hit 2 goals, we can do Little Caesars today. I would love to do it today. I'd be happy to do it today. Oh, man. I don't know why I'm yawning. Maybe I need extra coffee today. I have no clue why I'm yawning. Like I said, I am sore. I'm really sore today because yesterday I was lugging heavy shit to the dump, and then I worked out. And now my body is like extra sore. I did back stuff yesterday. Like, oh, fuck. Oh, my back is so sore. Oh, fuck. Okay, let's end the show, everyone.
I got the drip going. 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 I got the drip going.
It's like a faucet that's dripping. You can't make it stop.
So what do you want me to do? Have a mute button that every second I'm tapping the mute button just in case I'm gonna have to clear? Like, this is what I mean, these dumb kids. This is what it is, it's dumb kids.